Greetings, TwoSun lovers, and those of you who are not yet TwoSun lovers. I have an amazing newer model for you today from NightMorning Design, TwoSun Knives. This is the TS311 311, and as far as I know, it doesn't have a nickname. A lot of the newer knives are gaining names as well as numbers. And as you can tell by the 311, it is one of the newer numbers. And there are some others out there as well. Recently, I got a few newer TwoSuns in from White Morning Knives. White Mountain Knives. It's early. Sorry, folks. And this is one of them. As you may know, I like my larger blades, and this is a larger blade, almost a 4-inch, with beautiful carbon fiber inlay, kind of an inlay. It stands up there, which is kind of nice because it adds to the ergos and makes the handle a little more oval. As you can see, we have some nice contouring there to the handle. We're going to go over the specs in just a moment, but one thing I need to compliment TwoSun on, and hopefully you can see this, this is a Sandvik steel 14C28N blade. And in the past, and still to some degree, TwoSun seems to have trouble with micro scratches. I've brought this up before on their Sandvik steels, both the 12C and the 14C. Well, they put a beautiful stonewash on this blade, and you are not going to see any scratches even if they're there, because as you know, a good stonewash actually is sort of a series of scratches in a pattern, and this is just gorgeous. Haven't found a defect on this yet. Let's do some measurements real quick. And tip to stern. Come on. We've got 8 3/4 inches, almost 9 inches. And for a blade, if I bring it right up to the handle, I'm going to call it like 3.9, 3 7/8. As far as thickness goes, grab the old calipers. For our blade, we have pretty hefty 3.7, 3.8, I'm going to call it 3.8. Switching to inches, handle pretty thick 0.63, but again, you don't really feel that. Let's get the weight, because I know I'll leave something out. .635. So if we want to round up, 4.64. Considering the size of the knife, it's under 5 ounces. I doubt you could get this under 4 ounces. This is solid in the hand. I can feel just kind of that gravity of it. So it does have thumb studs. It's not a back flipper. However, action is, what do you think? Drop shutty? The action, smooth as silk. All I did was, when I got it, backed off that T8 ever so slightly, and it went from smooth to just falsetty. Thumb studs are real easy to deploy it with. Here's your clip. Not deep carry necessarily, but deep enough. Really fancy sculpted clip. I mean, pretty amazing work on that. We've got a hardened steel insert in the lock bar, of course. Titanium handle. Really gorgeous G10. It's just G10 carbon fiber. Like I said, it's early, so bear with me. We have some really fine, nice milling work, texturing the handle, as TwoSun likes to do. And they're doing this a lot lately too on the pivot surround, kind of making it like a head stamped on a cartridge casing, is what I see it as on both sides. I mean, it looks just like a primer and a inside of a cartridge to me. And I know there's some other knives out there that have done that ahead of TwoSun, but apparently they're doing it as well, and it's a nice touch. So there's your, it's very minimally branded. There's your blade steel and NightMorning's design, his logo. Looks like kind of like a mountain. This is a stop pin style knife, although I believe it's using these thumb studs as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's stopping on the frame of the handle with these oversized thumb studs. No jimping, but a beautiful crowned spine right in here, slightly crowned. Plenty of thickness out to the tip of that blade, and I don't know what you'd call this, kind of a Warncliffe with a belly, I'm going to call it. You got a place for the thumb right here. The finger grooves, which aren't really finger grooves, they're two depressions in the handle there. You know, there's a bump there. It doesn't really bother me though. My middle finger does fall over it. You can't really choke up. I mean, you can back out and have a long hold on it with plenty of blade out front. But again, the handle, while I think there's knives with better ergos, this is certainly not bad at all. And the contouring and the roundness of the handle are really nice. Clip is not a hot spot. You've got a really long ramp to put it in the pocket, and it doesn't hang up on the way out. Since I'm holding it this way, let me talk about the back strap. Back spacer. Look at that fantastic detail on that back spacer. Solid titanium. Adds a really nice classy touch to the knife. It's a large, classy knife if you like big blades, and I do. For the money, and at White Mountain you can pick this up, I believe, for significantly under $100. I mean, with the exception of the steel, which is sort of you know, middle of the road. If it was M390, yeah, certainly you could, you know, spend a little more on it. And there are TwoSun knives, many of them with M390, S90V, even V110, I believe. Hard to go wrong, and they may come out with this in a higher end steel. When the sales are successful, that's what happens usually with TwoSun. Let's do some quick comparisons. I'm going to bring out the Freak, and this is a larger knife, the TS311, than the Freak by a little bit. Again, the overall length of the 311 is still under 9 inches by a little bit, but they've managed to put a very large size blade in that handle. Just about dead on with the Rat 1. And oh yeah, there's the amalgam. I'm doing a lot of the amalgam comparisons lately. The amalgam, yeah, amalgam's about ½ inch longer overall. And the blade, again, very close. So let's take a quick peek at what they did with the blade. You're getting just about maximum of what they could fit in there. I mean, it could go a little longer, sure, but you don't want to be picking up that point either. And this is one where you're not going to have that happen. You've got a good safety margin there. I do have TwoSuns and some others where you will pick up that point with your thumb if you run it over it, and that's not a pleasant thing to have your thumb split open on that tip, but not with this. And so really a smooth operator. The TS311 NightMorning design, great job. There'll be a run of other TwoSun reviews coming out because I got a bunch in, and hope you like this. Give it a like and don't forget to subscribe. This old sword signing out.